What it do, babes action video? Or actually, it's an analysis video. Dallas Cowboys versus Philadelphia Eagles. This is the game of the season. I said 49ers versus Cowboys was the game of the season. That was before we discovered that the 49ers were absolutely dog water. Before we realized they were butt cheeks, but they were frauds, all right? All right, they're frauds. They're not on the Cowboys level. I don't care if y'all beat us 42-10. Y'all are sitting at 5-3. Y'all lost to the Browns. Y'all lost to the Vikings. And y'all lost who else? Who they lose to last week? I don't know. Some other dog water team. I don't know. It's hard to keep up. Somebody else is hard to keep up. All right. But we're going against the Philadelphia Eagles. We beat the Philadelphia Eagles here. We go to 6-2. They go to 7-2. We are now in firm control of first place, not only in the division, but in the NFC. And here's the thing. A lot of y'all think I'm biased. I'm taking the Cowboys fan out of me right now. I'm no longer a Cowboys fan right now. We're going to go through the matchups, the scenarios, and we're going to be completely honest. This is 100% honest video. So for it to be a 100% honest, unbiased video, hit the subscribe button right now. Just do it. Hit it right now. Doesn't matter. November 5th is the biggest game of the season. Hit the subscribe button if you're a fan of any team in the NFL. Now, a big person in this game, let's be honest, is Jalen Hurts. He was an MVP candidate last year. He was. Had a stellar year. Very, very stellar year. Led us to the Super Bowl. Something Dak Prescott has failed to do in 8 seasons in the NFL. So, kudos to Jalen Hurts. 8 years, Dak can do it. You know, Jalen Hurts did it. Cool. I'm glad. Jalen Hurts, let's see. His strengths. Throwing to wide open receivers. That's one of his strengths. Another strength. His actual just strength. He can do the little Philly shove pretty good. Burley shove, whatever you want to call it. He does that pretty well. He's not great at extending plays and then throwing, but he can extend a play and run for a first down. That's a little high level analysis. Here's the thing. Whenever I say that Jalen Hurts is good, but not elite, right? Y'all give me pushback and like I don't know football. Like, let's be honest. Y'all are the ones who don't know football. I reacted to a Chiefs game, Chiefs versus Broncos. There was a comment that said, and I quote, there was likes to this, and there were people underneath replying, agreeing with them. And I quote, Eagles fans, I want you to realize how delusional this sounds. This person said, and I quote, Patrick Mahomes is a gadget quarterback. Wait until Kelsey is gone and see what happens. What? You said what? You said Patrick Mahomes is a gadget quarterback. Wait till Kelsey is gone and see what happens. Last time I checked, the league leading receiver is Tyreek Hill, who was once a Chief. He left, and Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl the next year. Last time I checked, the league's leader in reception yards is Tyreek Hill. He was once a Chief. He left. And the year later, Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl in MVP and Super Bowl MVP. Let me rephrase it again. Patrick Mahomes is a 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time Super Bowl MVP, and 2-time league MVP. Yet we still have delusional bum fans who will comment that Patrick Mahomes is a gadget quarterback. Okay. My case is rested. Now, we have Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott, a little inconsistent at times. Dak Prescott has a bit of Romo in him. Just when you think you need him, he'll let you down. Big game comes up. Regular season, he probably could have come out. Playoffs, he has shown he's gonna let you down. The good thing about this is this is not a playoff game, so we don't have to worry about that. So he'll probably show up. That's my guess. He'll probably show up. Now, the 49ers game he didn't show up. That's because Mike McCarthy must have been doing PCP. Hit a bump, something the night before. All right, he was definitely coked up when he came to the game. Didn't know what he was doing. He was seeing rainbows and unicorns. Was looking at the play sheet because Lord knows what he was calling was not working. He didn't make any adjustments, and the team looked horrible. All right, so we're going to blame all of that on Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy, you got rid of Kellen Moore. I expect more from your offense. That being said, Dak Prescott, I feel, will show up and have a good game. Dak Prescott plays very well against the Eagles. He plays very well in the division itself. So I have no doubt in my mind that he's going to show up. Remind you, we put 40 on y'all's defense last year. So let's not act like when Dak Prescott was playing, we didn't drop 40 on y'all's head. All right. We also have a very good weapon in CeeDee Lamb. All right. For some reason, people outside of Dallas don't like to acknowledge how good CeeDee Lamb is. Like, CeeDee Lamb is an elite receiver. Simple as that. If you don't think CeeDee Lamb is an elite receiver, you don't know football. Anybody who realizes that he is, without a doubt, the number one receiving threat on this team, without a doubt. If you can admit that, then you're smoking crack and you need to be drug tested immediately. Probably need a CAT scan because there's probably a chemical imbalance in your brain. All right? You are not safe to drive, be near any heavy machinery. All right? I wouldn't even trust you around a kitchen knife, let alone a butter knife. All right? A plastic knife. I wouldn't trust you around a spork. I wouldn't trust you on any of that type of stuff. If you think that CeeDee Lamb is not without a doubt the number one threat on this team as far as receiving. And if you know football, you know that means if he can produce being the undoubted number one threat, that means he's an elite receiver. As simple as that. Elite receivers are ones who can produce when they're the undoubted number one threat. When they're head honcho. That is CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is head honcho and he still produces. Now his counteract of this is A.J. Brown. Now A.J. Brown, this is 1835. He goes for top dollar. All right, I'm not gonna lie. If this man has never taken a PED, as many Eagles fans believe, I'm not one of those believers. If A.J. Brown has never taken a PED, they need to send him to a lab immediately to get his DNA spliced so we can create the next superhuman. Because if this man is not taking a PED, we could have a real Captain America come to life. I'm not even joking. If this man is not taking a PED, get him to a lab ASAP. Draw his blood, splice his DNA, splice Serena Williams' DNA, and we have the next Captain America. It's simple as that. Now, A.J. Brown, he's good. Overhyped, yes. Is he good? Yes. Overhyped, yes. Overhyped extremely. This man is not better than Tyreek Hill. Sorry to tell you that. This man is not better than CeeDee Lamb. Sorry to tell you that. This man is not better than Devontae Adams. I say that because he's having a down year, partially because he's playing with bums. Sorry to say that. He's probably around Stephon Diggs level, maybe a little bit better. But he's in that ballpark, all right? He's not exponentially higher. He's not exponentially lower. I might say that CeeDee Lamb is going to run routes around A.J. Brown and make him look silly and he's so much better. No. They're in the same ballpark. Don't get me wrong. It's just if I had to pick one, I'm going to pick CeeDee Lamb because I think CeeDee Lamb is a bit more versatile. CeeDee Lamb can go in the slot. CeeDee Lamb can go out wide. CeeDee Lamb could do a lot of different things that A.J. Brown can't. And for that reason, I pick CeeDee Lamb because CeeDee Lamb can do a lot of different things. You just gotta get the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He's a playmaker. All right, get the ball in his hand and watch him take off. It's a yard after the catch that takes CeeDee Lamb to a different level. AJ Brown is more of a bully. AJ Brown is a bully, right? So he likes to take advantage of these weak cornerbacks that he plays against. And he makes them look weak because he's on PEDs. He's on HGH. He's on steroids. Look at him. He gets injected once a week. He's on trend. He takes testosterone boosters. This man is not natural. Anyways, AJ Brown is a good receiver. He's a top 5 receiver, top 7 receiver. So he's a very good receiver. A lot of y'all Eagles fans need to calm down because Dallas Goedert is not that good. Y'all talking about he's a top 2 receiver in the league. Put some respect on Kittle. Put some respect on Mark Andrews. Put some respect on Travis Kelce. Shh. Y'all need to get drug tested. Now we have Micah Parsons. What could I say? He's elite. Absolutely. He's without a doubt the best defensive player in this entire game. If you don't think so, you need to send you right now to the asylum. If you don't think that Micah Parsons is the best defensive player in this game, now I'm not saying the entire NFL, but he probably is, and he's definitely up there. But I'm saying in this football game between the Eagles and Cowboys, if you don't think that he is the best player on defense in this game, you need to be sent to an asylum immediately. This right here is going to be a difference maker. I'm calling it 3 sacks. 3 sacks on Sunday. 3 sacks on Sunday. All right. Now we have Deron Bland. He's an unsung hero. This man has 3 pick sixes this year. 3 pick sixes. Take that into consideration. That's 3 touchdowns. That's probably more than Devontae Smith has. Like, let's be honest. That's definitely more than like what is that? Y'all got some bums. When I react to the game Sunday, I'm gonna call a receiver out, and I can't think of his name. I think it's like 17, Quez Watkins or something like that. He has more touchdowns than Quez Watkins, and Quez Watkins is supposed to score touchdowns. He's supposed to catch the ball. Quez Watkins is a bum. He's a scrub, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of Eagles fans in the comments. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not a bum. You don't know football. You don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, all right. Anyways, after now this unobjective thing, so we have Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, tie, but based on circumstances, I'll give a little bit of edge to Jalen Hurts, just a little bit. Defense, if you don't have it for the Cowboys, you need to be checked into an asylum. CeeDee Lamb and AJ Brown, we'll call it even. So, yeah. Well, let's see. So, Cowboys at Philadelphia. I didn't even realize this is at Philadelphia. That makes a difference. Y'all have home field advantage. So, we have all the people in Philadelphia who don't brush their teeth, stinking up the stadium. All right. Well, Cowboys is, their nose hairs are going to be burnt because they're not used to it. The Philly players, they're used to dealing with these fans who don't brush their teeth, don't wear deodorant, So, that's home field advantage to its finest, especially when they're screaming at the top of their lungs, they don't brush their teeth. They're raising their arms up and down and they don't wear deodorant, it's going to make a difference. Sunday, November 5th, 3:25. 3:25. My time. This is 4:25 if you're on the East Coast. 1:25 if you're out there on the West Coast. All right, let me see. All right. So we have Cowboys advantage, check on defense. Eagles, check advantage for quarterback. Even draw for receiving. Maybe it comes down to running. Who's going to be able to run the football better? All right. Well, Tony Pollard is better than DeAndre Swift. But the Eagles' line is better than the Cowboys' line. And the Eagles and our defensive line is worse than their Eagles' defensive line when it comes to run stuff. So the Eagles will probably have the edge on rushing yards. They're probably going to be having the edge on quarterback play. Even with us, we're on receiving ability. And Cowboys will have an edge on all-around defense. So it kind of just makes sense that the Cowboys are going to win. It kind of just makes sense that the Cowboys are going to win. All right, Cowboys are going to win this thing, and let's see. What's the score going to be? I think it's going to be a very close game. A very close game. A very, very, very close game. 31-28. Game-winning field goal by Brandon Aubrey. As time expires, Dak Prescott on a game-winning drive because Jalen Hurts left too much time on the clock for the Cowboys. He left too much time on the clock for the Cowboys. 31-28. Cowboys. It's official. There's a bet that goes on this too. I don't want to have to buy another sorry mid-quarterback jersey either. I already have Brock Purdy's jersey. I don't want Jalen Hurts' jersey. All right. But anyways, make sure to like, subscribe. Come back to you next. Deuces.